subscribe, I'm out of channel, welcome. Right, today this video is a preview only of the latest full instructional guide. We're making this pendant. It's a fully drilled out bead with a bezel set underneath. And this is something a beginner jeweler could do, but it has potential to be an expensive, nice quality piece of jewellery. But if you want to sell something like with a bit of value to it, you've got to do things properly. Things have to be finished really nicely polished and made strong, made to last. And then that way you get happy customers, you get customers willing to pay you more for your stuff, and they recommend you to other people. It's how you grow your business. So you've got to do things properly, it's important. And I've learned to do things properly from working for companies that have been successful for decades and have very, very wealthy clients from all over the world. Like, people literally would travel from other countries to come to the jewelers where I work because they knew and trusted us. So it really means a lot to do things properly. Starts from you doing a good job, the jeweler. So if you want access to the full instructional guide, you need to become a patron. Link in the description to do so. Here's a couple of new patrons we got last few days. We've got Kim, John Morales, and Mebit. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate all the patrons and members because they enabled me to share all my info and keep the channel going. So yeah, very grateful to you for become a patron yourself. There are other benefits other than just getting the full instructional guides. Yeah, link in the description. You can click on that and then read about what's what. Cool, right, let's get into it. If you're new to me, I hope you like the video. If you haven't done so already, click like and subscribe, comment, share the video, notification bell and all that. And hopefully you join me again on the next upload. So yeah, got plenty to share, loads of new things coming soon. Check it out. I'm thinking probably millinette wide to like 2.5, about 2.6, 2.65 would be lows. And it needs to be probably 0.8, 0.75 thickness. That should be loads. I always tend to do a bit of a curve and then check my stone just to see how I need to change to progress. Curve it tighter or less tight, whatever. When I say tight join, I just mean like flat and together all the way across. There's no like opening up a little bit. It really should be touching. So if you can get a tight join before you solder, it's such a benefit because you can then solder it up likely with just one piece of solder. So there's minimum amount of cleaning up to do afterwards. If you've got it slightly open, you've got added a bit of solder, didn't quite fill up the gaps, then you've got to add another bit of solder. So that's two solders. Then you've got a lump of solder and he's cleaning up and working back, and the join's not as tight, so it's not as strong. You spent more time adding solder and then it's more time again cleaning it up, and it's not a high quality piece of jewelry anymore. It's a quicker way to work and you end up with a stronger, more high quality piece if you just get your joins tight. It's like a really important thing. So I just measure the depth, it's 2.65, so that's great. The stone is 2.5, so obviously the stone drops down into it a little bit, but I don't want the whole thing hidden. It's nice if the table sticks up above the setting edge. Hopefully it's clear. So that's the kind of wall thickness. You can go thinner than that, you can go quite a lot thinner than that. I could probably have half that and still set it securely. Anyway. Okay, so now we're going to join the wire up to the collet, and you can't just flatten the end of the wire and solder it on like that. That would be joined, but it would be nowhere near strong enough. If you've got like a diamond or something with a bit of value, it's got to be stronger than that. So we're actually going to drill into the collet a small hole that it can wedge the wire into and then solder that in. That's going to be much stronger. But obviously you can't go near your setting edge. You need to have metal pushed over the stone all the way around. You don't want to upset your ability to do that. Right, so I'll magnify it for you. Get the focus. Look how much better that is. Properly smoothed it out. It's almost a perfect circle, and we've got a nice rounded edge over the stone now. Alright, so I've got that so far. So yeah, and the test you've got to do with pendants is actually just hold them and let them hang. They should hang vertically, because you may find when you're making jewellery, some things don't hang correctly. They hang a little bit leaning forward or back, and you've got to make adjustments to your jump rings and that. But yeah, I think it's quite a nice little thing to make. Sort of a beginner's entry-level pendant, works really well. You could make one, you can make two, you can make three, all different designs, all different colours. Get it for sale online. Actually make some money from your creations, and you're basically a real jeweller then.